All right, so tomorrow is a partial CEO day for me but it's not even really going to be a CEO day, honestly. I'm just trying to get ahead on what I need to do for this launch. I'm actually going to record a exclusive vlog just for the ladies in the membership. I think it'd be kind of fun. Just sharing what I'm trying to do moving forward with my launches. I feel like I've been doing them for so long now that there's no reason why I can't create a system for the launches. It's just as far as what happens first, second, third, so that just moving forward, I have a process that I can follow. I think that's what I'm gonna try to really work on over this weekend. So then when I launch anything, just going through this year and beyond, I have a process. And it'll be helpful too, just because now that I'm gonna be starting to slowly get into more in-person things, it will just give me a foundation of online, because it's a very different ball game. I feel like going in person is really scary. So we actually, to me anyway, we actually had a call today in the membership. It was a guest speaker. We always have one per quarter. We actually have two this quarter though, because we didn't have one last quarter. And Kristen was amazing. Kristen Wilson of Grace and Serendipity, absolutely amazing. What's so crazy about it is that she asked me to be, well, on two occasions she asked me to speak for different things she had going. The first one, I want to say it was the year of the pandemic. It was like I had to record almost like an audio training of some sort. And then just 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, I did an in-person thing at a conference that she held in Pensacola, Florida. So I'm always just so grateful to her, because I feel like she was one of the first people that really noticed me and gave me opportunity to speak on her platform. And then for her to do it again at her conference, I was just very grateful. So it was nothing for me to reach out and ask her if she wanted to speak. Plus, I just felt like she has just such a good way of just articulating things and firing people up, but also making things very practical and real. And she did an amazing job. She told her story just about all of the pivots and just life that happened over the last year. And it was very encouraging. But one of the things she had mentioned, well, I had wrote so many notes and I really wanted to unpack all this, but I wasn't planning on being in the car when I talked about this. But one of the things she had mentioned was that she is also trying to do markets and get in person, do wholesale and different things. And I'm just so excited for her and all that I know God has in store for her. And it just felt encouraging to know that I'm not the only person that feels like, in a way, you can hide behind online. You know, you can hide behind it. I feel like I've done that for so long. And so to be kind of branching out and doing something different with in-person stuff, it'll be interesting, because I only did one market. I have a video on my channel about when I did it. It was back in 2019, I think was when I did it. And I haven't done one since, mainly because my business ended up changing so much. And then I started not focusing on products as much and just all of those different things. So anyway, I say all of that to say that it was a really, really good presentation. So grateful for her. And just as always, it's nice to be around like-minded people, right? Just so that you don't feel alone in the ways that you feel about just transitions and different things you're trying to do. And that was how I felt today. I'm like, okay, I feel seen and understood that someone else is trying to make that transition from online, and how it can really feel scary to do. But I am sharing it as I'm doing it, because I want to show you that, you know, it is possible. I am going to get out of my way and I'm going to make this happen, even though I have all of the things in my head that is telling me otherwise, but I'm still going to make it happen. So that is the update. I am currently going to grab us some not so healthy food. Well, actually my food's not gonna be that bad. It's from Panera, but I was supposed to cook tonight, but I just did not feel like it. And then my husband was like, oh, we can just get something out. And I'm like, oh, but can we really though? So I'm going to get us some takeout and then head back home and play with Emery for a little bit. I promised her we would do some puzzles together, and then I'm gonna probably do a couple more hours of work tonight. But my photo shoot went really good. for the first half. I still need to do like the videos of the stuff, so I would like to do that, but overall things are looking pretty good. I would also like to possibly put something on IG stories tonight, just kind of showing a couple peeks of the products, so I think I might do that. But that is it. I love sharing these behind the scenes of launch vlogs with you, because it's just nice to have this to document and just show that no matter what, you know, there's always going to be hurdles of some sort. There's going to be excitement. No matter how many times you launch, there's just all of these just different feelings and emotions that happen every time. And I just love sharing about it. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's also one of the most tasking things to do. It can definitely take up quite a bit of time and energy. And I'm already ready to get on the other side of this launch, but I'm also so excited for people to get the products and just to finally have it be available. It's really going to be good. So that is it. I'm getting ready to get this food now. Okay, just wanted to show this really quick. I'm creating a backing card for my little stuff. The die cuts. And again, I'm thinking about both online but also retail packaging. So I think this is going to be good. I'm going to cut this little column thing down in a second. I don't know what to really call this, a pillar, a column, something, but I'm going to cut that out of the way. But I'm thinking about doing this, just keeping it very simple. And then on the back, I'm just going to stick a little sticker that just has like the name of my business, possibly like social media, and then my website or something like that. So that's what I am going to try and do on the back of it. But I'm going to print off a couple of these and then let's try it out and see what it looks like. Okay, so the packaging, so this is what it'll be with just one. I think that looks really good, so I'm fine with that. And then this is what I was kind of envisioning. So it would go on all of the different ones. I just did this one. Obviously these are already put together, but I would try to put it on as I'm doing it so it's easier to find it. But I just cut some slits in it and punched it really fast just to see how it would look on there. But I'm just thinking towards the bottom, and I'll probably even do like a thinner paper or even a recycled paper or something for this, because it's just an extra thing that's just cute, but it just shows what comes inside. And I feel like it just makes it look that much better. And then it will go inside of a little plastic sleeve. And I definitely got the wrong size on these sleeves, but it works for right now. It's not a big deal. But I do want to try to get a little bit smaller so that it's a little more snug fitting. But yeah, that looks really good. I like this. Okay, I think this is going to be good. Like, just leveling it up, y'all. We leveling it up. Hello. Today is Sunday, April 21st, and it is officially one full day until my launch, okay? I have really been working hard this weekend to get all of the back-end stuff in order. Kind of like all of the boring stuff that you don't really see a lot of times, but really the stuff that if you didn't do it, it would be a problem. Really just like the prices of everything, trying to confirm just all of my shipping weights and everything. I'm trying to look because I have a list I'm going to show y'all in a second. I have some freebie stickers that I'm going to be giving, which I'll show you in a second as well. The product descriptions, getting all of the listings together. I think I did mention in an earlier clip at some point, I think this is probably going to end up being broken up into a couple of different parts, but the vlog is wrapping up because the launch is literally on Tuesday. But the app that I use for my custom products, I have some products in the shop where you can add a name or a word. I have it on my journals, my pouches. I've had it on tumblers in the past, bags, different things like that. This journal that I'm doing, this is the first time where there's like a couple of different elements happening in the mix, and I cannot, for the life of me, I've been doing it for a couple hours. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give up for right now. I cannot figure out how to get the live preview to show what I wanted to show, because there's a couple elements. Like typically all my other products, the font color was the same and there was just like one image, but this time it's like the image is changing and the font colors are changing, and it would just be too much to have an individual product listing for every single color, because there's like 4 of each. Like there's 4 different colors, and I just feel like that's doing too much. So instead, I simplified it down, and I decided people will still be able to put the name that they want to get customized, but they just won't see a live preview come up on the screen. So I want to record a little, well, I'm going to share about it on launch day just so people know, but then I'm also going to make sure that there's a little blurb under the product just so you know how to personalize it. It's pretty straightforward. It says, you know, add personalization. You'll be able to type it in, but for anyone that's ever shopped with me in the past, they might be looking for that live preview, and there's just not going to be one for these new journals. And I have just given that up for right now. It's a very small, minor detail that I'm not going to let it bring me down, okay? Because it'll be a lot of little details like that that will just make you feel defeated, and I'm not going to go there. Another thing that really felt defeating was the prices of my journal pages being printed, because I decided that I didn't want to go that route. It's just a little bit more than I was expecting based off of the quote that I got back. I did ask them the desired cost of what I would want it to be. I would have to get like 200 of them printed, which is actually not that big of a deal because I'm planning on doing wholesale anyway. So I need to make a decision within the next 24 hours of what I'm going to do so that I can get back to them, and then I can get stuff in the works of being printed. I'm just trying to decide, do I want to go ahead and purchase them at the lower cost now, just have a ton of extras, and then when I'm ready to do wholesale, probably within the next like 30 to 60 days, I'll already have them? Or do I want to get a smaller amount now that's at a little bit of a higher cost because I'm still selling them online, and then turn around and get like a bigger one later? But I feel like it just doesn't make sense to do the latter. So that's just kind of what I've been thinking through of how I want to make that work. But that's where I'm at right now. I've just been kind of working through this list here that I have. This is what happens when I am in launch mode. I go from being cute, using my little ClickUp to-do list, or whatever season I'm in, I'll be using my planner to-do list. Sometimes I'll do it in my journal. When it gets down to the nitty-gritty, this thing just becomes a lifeline, okay? I just write down everything. It's been like this for years. I just get to a point where I'm like, I need to just be able to look over real quick, see what I need to do, and look back, and it has always just been like my method. So when I just get down to it being like the last couple days before a big launch or whatever the case is, that is the route that I go, and it's working well. As you can see, I've crossed some things off of the list. The next thing I'm getting ready to get into right now is editing the video for the journals. So I already recorded a video that went up yesterday, just sharing all about the products and everything. I think that video turned out really well, but I want to have like a condensed down video. It's probably going to be no more than like 30-45 seconds, and it's just to some music and just kind of like a silent flip through type of thing. But it's going to be very, very quick because it's a line journal, so I don't see the video being might not even be more than 20 seconds. It should be very fast. So I'm just going to take a couple of clips from the video that I put up yesterday and then pare that down, put a little bit of music to it, and it shouldn't take me more than hopefully like 10 minutes to do. So I'm getting ready to do that. But before I do, I wanted to show you what I've been working on. It's so gloomy and cold today, y'all. Like, it was literally so hot yesterday. I want to say at one point when I was in the car, I think it said it was like 89 degrees or something like that. But now today it's in the 50s. It's a little bit chilly out. We just got back home, and I'm like, wow. And then it's just so like blah. So it's just, I got like the lights on in here and just trying to make it okay, because the weather, for I'm sure a lot of you as well, it can definitely dictate how I'm feeling. I want to go just curl up in the bed right now, but I've actually been very productive this morning despite it being more of a gloomier day. So let me show y'all what I got. Okay, don't mind Emery's little toy here. Does any of your kids like these little they're like these little scrubbies animals? You could color on them and then clean them off with water. But Okay, what we did? Let's get back focused. Okay, so these are the little freebies that are going to be given out. Let me open the window so you can see a little bit better. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better, but I got various colors here. And I printed out quite a few of them, so that way I'll have them for a while and I don't have to worry about making them. They're a freebie, so I really don't want to dedicate a whole bunch of precious time to making them. But anyone that places an order over $10 will get these. And it's just cute. It just says more journaling, less scrolling. And you'll get a random color that will come in there. So that is what the little freebie is for probably through launch week. And we'll see. I'll probably end up cutting some more of these and maybe even making them available for sale at some point. But yeah, so that is the freebie that I have. I also ended up making a last minute decision to do 2 different sizes of the stickers. I don't know why, y'all. I just felt like this just made sense. So I have some that are going to be 3 inches in size, close to 3 inches, and then these are close to 2 inches. There's some, as I shared, that you'll be able to get individually, and then there's some that will be in a group. So this is one of the ones you'll be able to get individually, and there's 2 different sizes. I'm trying to see if I have it over here. Okay, so for example, like the committed to the call one will be big or small. This one will come in the set, but the set will also be available where you can get them big or small. And I think that's good too, because you may want a little bit larger, but some people may want it a little bit smaller, and there'll be a slight price difference on them too. So that was a game time decision literally this morning, or no, it might have been yesterday or this morning. But I didn't even share that in the video because it was after I recorded the video. So people will just see that. And I'll definitely talk about it probably tomorrow, just when I share like the details about all of the launch stuff. But yeah, so that is some of the different updates. I'm also getting ready to make my own little fragile stickers. So I have some that I've gotten just with random packing orders. Like if you ever order packaging from like Uline, or even sometimes some of the Amazon ones that I get, they'll give you a sheet of fragile stickers, but they're red and they don't really fit the vibe of what I'm trying to do. And I have some matte white sticker paper that I don't really use for anything. I actually ended up putting my these stickers on it. These little, y'all see these stickers for packaging. And so I'm going to do the same thing with the fragile ones. I'm going to use a couple sheets and just print off a decent amount so I have them, and I'm going to make them just kind of like a little thing and make it cute. It'll just say fragile, handle with care, and then I can just use those. They fit a little bit more with the branding. This morning I did also order some bubble mailers too. So I got some really pretty lavender bubble mailers, lavender tissue paper. I got this really cute hat for my run, which I do have a separate running vlog that I'm going to be recording because I have a 5K race coming up next weekend, which is crazy. So that will be coming. But what else was in that order? I think and then I got some little bags for my pens because I wanted just a smaller size bag. Right now, the one I have, you can fit like 3 pens in there. And the ones that I placed the order for, I think it's just big enough for me to fit 1, which is what I really wanted. So that will be here in a couple of days, which is great. And I think that's all the updates. I just wanted to kind of share that before I get back into what I'm doing. But we are almost here. We're almost to home stretch. Like, how many of you have been here with me for all of these different launches I've had? It's always fun to share and document. And I love just going back and looking at them, you know, just to see how far I've come. And this is going to be a really good one. Took me literally 5 minutes, so I'm glad. That is definitely a tip I will say. Work smarter, not harder. Like, if you have already recorded a full flip through video, use that same thing to turn it into short form stuff, or just for my reason of why I'm doing it, just a shorter thing. So I always like to just, with products like this, I've been doing it for a while, I like to just have a video embedded right on the product page. So if someone is wanting to just see like a live little flip through really quick, they can do that. So that video is downloading now. I'm getting ready to do those fragile stickers. I was thinking, I'm like, I really have stuff that's probably more pressing than the fragile stickers. I don't really need to do those today. I can really do them anytime next week. But I'm trying to lighten my load next week because I really want to just be able to focus on my race. So believe it or not, even though I have like a whole launch getting ready to happen. But because my journals are pre-order and a lot of the products that are going to be launching will already kind of be made and stuff, I mean, it's kind of a little bit lax in that sense. I won't have to really do a ton just yet because I won't really be working on the journal orders until after my race, which is really good. But I'm gonna do these fragile stickers just to get them over with because I want to just kind of put it on basically everything. And yeah, but that video was really cute. I'm gonna insert it right here so you can see how it turned out. Okay, so now, because I am trying to set myself up for success, so I'm printing off a lot of the packaging stuff. I'm getting ready to print off quite a few sheets of the, this is not what I'm looking for. Okay, I had the wrong thing. I'm getting ready to print off quite a few sheets of those backing cards for the die cuts. I think I might print off, let me see, so I can get 4 on a page. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna print off like 3. I don't need to get ridiculous with it because I can obviously always make more, but I just want to have some already ready to go. And then I feel like I need to get a couple of like little storage things just to store all these new products because I'm trying to think of where I'm gonna put them. I might be able to move some stuff around too though. For example, this thing would be perfect to put the different die cut stickers in. Like I don't have to have my tape in there, and I definitely don't need to have this in there, so I might do a little rearranging of some stuff. And then that way, because this is supposed to be where I kind of house my products and everything, and then over on the other cart is where I do what I need to do. But I ended up over on the other one is where I do all of the packing up of the orders and everything. I did end up pulling out another one of my machines, the Cameo, to try to like double up and get some of the stuff done a little bit quicker. And then now I am actually working on an email that'll be going out tomorrow, the day before email, and then I'm going to work on the one that's going out launch day. And then I have a couple of other emails that are going to go out through the week, probably like 3 other ones. So a total of 5-ish emails just to get people excited and hyped up and remind them that they can purchase and about the deals and the freebies and all of that stuff. So that is what I'm working on. What's so funny and what I was actually saying over on my Instagram, well, I wouldn't even say I was saying it. I just posted a couple of clips of things. But I think it's so interesting because, actually, hold on. Let me not be sitting down. Let me talk to y'all while I'm doing something, because this is my problem. But what I was just kind of posting is that from the outside looking in, it can look like launches are just so glamorous, and it's like, oh my gosh, all the pretty pictures and all that stuff, which I mean, there is definitely a lot of that, which you've seen in these videos, but there's so much of me just sitting at my computer. It's so boring. Like, it's so tedious, the amount of repetitive things you have to do. That's what it's been. So sometimes it's like I don't really know what to share, but I do just try to share what I can and my thought process, so that when you are getting ready to do your own launch, or if you're just curious about how the behind the scenes of a launch goes, you'll have an idea of just what happens. And there's a lot that goes into it. So hopefully you have been enjoying this. I love to share, and yeah, so that's what I'm working on right now. But the biggest, another tip that I will give is don't do this at the last minute. The reason that I'm doing this somewhat, it's not even really last minute. I thrive off of doing things under pressure, which is not a good trait at all to have. I can do things a lot more in advance, and that's actually what I want to sit down and do. Once this launch is over, one of my goals in May is to finally come up with a repeatable process for myself, an entire folder within my Google Drive that is dedicated to launches that I can copy and paste and do this for every launch moving forward. Because I do all of the same things, but a lot of times it ends up kind of all ending up to be just like piled up at the end. And with it just being me as one person, I tend to just really hit it heavy, okay, with a lot of details and everything. I just want everything to turn out perfect. I want people to be excited about stuff. So I say all of that to say that learn from me, see all the things that I'm doing, and start to see all of the moving parts of like, okay, I need to have some marketing happening. Even if you don't do email, but whatever types of posts you're going to be posting, whether you're going live talking about your products, have a calendar for that. Then have a calendar in your plans for your back-end stuff, which you're going to be working on, your website updates. Like, I have graphics I need to make for my homepage. I've made graphics for all of the products. I did an email that I sent out last week, kind of sneak peeking and previewing it. It's all a process, and it's all something that continuously happens. And look at me still sitting here, y'all. Still sitting here. Okay, let's print something off. So yeah, it's just important to try your best as much as you can to think in advance of everything. I've been doing this so many times now to where a lot of the stuff I know, but the reason that I want to put it in a process and write it down is, one, because I'm going to share it with my membership ladies, but also because I want to be able to make it very easy for myself moving forward to have the list of things that I need to do, and that will allow me to allocate it better to an earlier time frame, if that makes sense. So instead of me trying to do all of this stuff last minute-ish, I will be able to actually prioritize, like, okay, right now in week 1 of my 6 weeks or whatever, this is my main focus. And not just so much about content, but literally back-end stuff is what I'm really, really talking about. But for you, if you've never launched before, and I have so many videos on launching, so I will make sure I link the playlist below, but there's so much back-end stuff that it almost trumps the front-end content, pretty, all those things that you see. And that's really what I want to work on, is having a system in place for my back-end. I'm pretty good with my launch content, what to talk about, what to post, when to do it, all those things. It's more so the back end that I'm like, girl, we need to clean this up a little bit and get this a little bit better. So yeah. All right, back to work. Okay, so I think this is going to be the end of the vlog for today, because I need to switch off and go to mom mode. I'm going to cook some lasagna tonight for dinner and just kind of hang with the fam for a couple of hours. But I just realized I was working on that email and putting like all of the details and stuff, and one of the specials I have going on, it's a bundle that people will be able to get where you'll be able to pick a journal, one of the bookmarks, and the set of the journaling stickers. Like, you can either get it in the neutral or the jewel colors, and I completely forgot that I need to like have that set up on the website. So this evening, my plan is to get on and look through Shopify apps and see if there's anything that will allow me to easily bundle, because if not, I'm gonna have to create one really big listing, and I really don't want to have to do that because it's just a lot. Like, you end up having, like, if you use Shopify, then you'll know, like, there's different variants, which basically is just like different options. So let's say, for example, if you have a journal and you have 6 different colors, those are variants. And so for the bundle, you figure there's 5 different bookmarks, so that would be variants. There's literally like 20 something different cover options you can get with all the covers, probably more than that with all the colors and stuff. That's all different variants. Plus there's the component of the customization, which I think I might not do customization just because it is a bundle. I don't know, I'm trying to decide if I can get it to work the way that I want it to work. We'll see. And then also same with the journaling, they'll be able to choose between neutral or color. So I have to just see. I mean, it's definitely possible if I have to do it that way, but it's just gonna be a lot of combinations for the bundle. And I have done many bundles in the past, but I just want to see if there's an easier way to do it than the way that I've been doing it. So I'm gonna try to search for one, and if I find one, I will definitely tell you all about it. But yeah, so I'm gonna end this vlog here. And then the next things you will be seeing is probably me just tomorrow and Tuesday, just really getting the last bits ready until the launch and all of that. But it's coming together. It definitely is. The email is looking really good. So make sure you're on the mailing list. Well, shoot, by the time this goes up, it'll have already been sent out. But anyways, make sure you're still on the mailing list though. So I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for following along with me on this just random launch vlog journey. And I will see you all for day before and launch day.